It's Thursday, June 1st, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan, and we are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have foundation sets this morning, sets 1 through 9. Yeah, I'm going to look at probably 3 or 4 sets, and this month we're going to pay attention to ting, listening. In order to listen, we have to first be quiet. Turn down the noise, quiet the mind, quiet the heart, quiet the body, quiet the breath, all of that. That has to come before you can listen. If there's a lot of noise going on in your head, then you're not listening, right? And I'm going to keep the same focus for the advanced class. For today, for the foundations, I'm going to work on just that idea of listening. In traditional Chinese martial arts, ting jur, ting, listening, jur, jin. Yeah, I have an accent from Henan, jur. Jin is that strength that is part of listening. We talk about bajin, bajer, sending out the strength, sending out the effort, right? Push. We need to exert some effort to push. That fa, sending out, is something that we want to pay attention to, but before we can send anything out, we have to have it, right? We have to be able to connect with it, and being able to make those connections at its foundation is listening. Listening to yourself, listening to, in the case of push, listening to your opponent, so that you know where to push. It does matter. All right, let's get started. With this idea of listening, we really do want to pay attention to audio. What do I hear? What are the sounds around me? What are the sounds within me? Am I going through my shopping list in my head? I should not be. I'm in class, so I shouldn't be doing that, but am I doing that? If I am, just put it over to one side. It'll still be there when you get done with class. Am I worried, anxious? A little bit. Couple things going on. Is it too much for me to be here in class? Nope. Is there something else that, I've been thinking about, paying attention to, that I need to just set off to one side until I'm finished with class? If there is, put it off to one side, finish with it, feet about shoulder width apart, bend the knees, wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, open the arms, pull up through the back, pull up through the crown of the head, hands circle to the front, back around to both sides, up along center line, stretch out. Reach up, keep the shoulders down, don't let the shoulders bunch up. Keep the knees bent as you roll over. The knees are not straight. They appear straight, but they're not. And elbows drop down, wrists, hands return to your sides. Right? The bend in the knee is very small, so it's not apparent. If you're looking from the outside, my legs look straight. They do. And my legs look straight. My knees are bent. That's my knees locked. I don't want that. That's what I want, right there. My knees are open and just a little tiny bit bent. That difference gives me the ability to circulate through the whole body. It gives me greater ability to connect with whatever's underneath me. And part of listening is listening, I talked about this before, listening to what's outside, listening to what's inside. What's inside? What's outside? Outside I have carpet over a concrete floor. I have shoes on, right? When I grip the floor just a little bit with my toes, I'm holding onto my shoes and I'm holding onto the carpet. If I were outside, I'd be holding on to my shoes and the dirt. If I were on the beach, I'd be holding on to sand, because I wouldn't have my shoes on. That difference, knowing what I'm on, knowing that surface and how I'm connected to it, gives me the ability to circulate through the whole body again. Each surface is different, so how I make those connections physically makes a difference to what I can do internally. Listen. Just stand there for a second. Listen. Don't think about anything. Just, what do you hear? Now, what do you see? What do you hear? I hear an air conditioner. I hear a bird outside. I hear the airflow from the air conditioner. I hear the machine running, and I hear one of the vent flaps got just a little bit of a vibration to it as the air comes through. That's my environment. I hear the concrete. That I'm listening to what I'm on. What surface am I on? I'm on carpet over concrete. I hear the concrete. I don't want to fall on this surface. That carpet isn't going to help me. It's not. Alright? It's concrete. If it was carpet over a raised wood floor that had some give to it, then there's an opportunity there. Paying attention to that, listening to that. Start there. Ladies, right hand on the outside. Gentlemen, left hand on the outside. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sink. Breathe in. Listen to what's in your environment. Regulate the breath. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe out. And separate. Pull it through the crown of the head and roll. Breathe in. Breathe out. Listen. you hear? Quiet the mind, quiet the body, quiet the breath. What do you hear around you? What do you hear inside? Two more. Last time. Hands down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Push. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to start to my right, you start to your left. Shift and push. Listen to what's around you. Listen to your own body. Listen to each and every muscle as you move. Open breath. Quiet. Quiet the body, quiet the breath, quiet the mind. Be still, be silent, breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Two more. What do you hear? Listen to your foot. What's your foot telling you? in the center. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, I'm going to stop with these three for today. I'm going to talk just a little bit about this idea of listening again. Listen to your foot. Push. Listen to your foot. What's my foot telling me? Where's my weight? My knee's here. If I push down on my foot, where's my weight? My foot's going to tell me if I listen to it. I push forward a little bit. Where's my weight? If my foot's going to tell me. It's closer over to my toes. Now, if I push way forward, it's way over my toes, right? This is way over my toes. Don't ever do that. Don't do that. Don't go there. It's here. Not out here. Here. All right? You always want to protect your knee. And paying attention to where I'm placed, where is my weight, that's all about listening inwardly. What's my body telling me? Am I tense? Am I, again, am I thinking about something? Am I distracted by something? Yes, I did get distracted. And I had to consider what that distraction meant and what I was going to do with it. At the end of class, I'm going to go pay attention to it, right? Let it go. It'll still be there. That skill, listening to what's going on around us, listening to what's in the environment, listening inwardly, what's going through my head, what's my body telling me, what's the placement, what about my breath, all of the things that we pay attention to in practice. We want to listen, this idea of team, listening, and build that strength, because it carries through so very many other things. If you're listening to your own body and you understand your own movement, it's a big jump. It's a big jump, right? You're listening to your own body, you understand your own movement. You can see what someone else is doing with their movement. And you can hear what's not said much more easily, right? That skill, tingle, listening. I'm going to be talking about listening skill all this month. I hope you'll join me. I hope you enjoy this type of class. If you do, tell me. If you don't, tell me. I'll look at making some changes. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow with the advanced sets.